Alright, so starting with, I'm now going to use my fabric to cut this out. I'm going to use pattern to cut yours. So you want to lay your fabric nicely ironed. Next up, you want to make sure that it's folded into two, okay? Once it's folded into two, next up you want to, it's folded, you get your tape measure, right? And you want to go ahead and measure. If you're going with 5 inches from the top to the under the bust of your cup, you want to go or make a mark for 5 inches. You come down, you make another mark for 5 inches, right? For the width, you want to go in and you measure again for 5 inches. You make a mark, okay? You get your ruler, you make a mark at the top as well. You get your ruler and you connect it right together like that. Now what you want to keep in mind is this is not a straight cut, okay? You want it to come out as a cup, as a curve, especially to the side. You want the side to be a curvy cup, right? So you want to go ahead and go to the top, right? And then you measure again to 5 inches. Okay, in the middle, go back again to the top, you measure again to 5 inches on the side. Okay, you go again to the top, you measure again 5 inches in the middle part. So now, after making all this little dot, making it in a circular shape, you want to make sure that you're connecting your dot all the way around like that, right? So I'm going to make a mark. I hope this is clear the way I'm explaining it. So you want to go ahead and connect your dot. When you're done, what I would do is measure, take your ruler again or your measuring tape. You want to measure 0.5, make a mark less than 1 inch. Again, I'm going to make the I'm going to measure 0.5 all around the marking that I have. So 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Now I'm not using a ruler, but I'm just making a demo, right? 0.5. So you will be using either a ruler or your tape, and you want to go around the circle, the circle, the circle. Okay, like so. Okay, and the point of doing this is so you can have a sewing allowance, okay, for your cup. And if you prefer, you don't even have to do 0.5. You can actually make it 1 inch, just so you can have extra room for adjustment, for mistake, for error. So if you want to do it like that, you can. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just going connecting all the dots, okay, as you can see. All right, so like I said, you can either go with the 0.5 or you can go with 1 inch. By so doing, you have extra room to work with, okay? So next up, I take my ruler, my scissors, and I'm going to trace out my circular shape, okay? And even as I'm doing this, as you can see, guys, I'm still not cutting it exactly on this marking. Reason being, as I'm transferring this pattern, I'm still leaving a little bit of room just for error and mistake, okay? Because I don't want it to either be too small or too big. So if I have more room, I always believe in it's better to have more room than having less room, okay? Because by so doing, you're not going to, but you want to have enough to get your desired measurement or your desired fitting, okay? So next up, I'm going to take the cutting. You can have it folded if you want, and if you're going to leave it folded, don't forget to also fold your fabric like this, okay? So if you're folding the paper to cut it, also fold your fabric into two. Take your fabric, take your pattern, place it right on the fabric, okay? Then we trace it all out. Both of them out at the same time. We have the same thing, okay? All have, I'm going to cut 2 pieces of the fabric, one for the front and one for the lining. Same measurement, same shape. Actually, I'm going to cut 4 pieces, 2 of this fabric and 2 of the lining fabric. Again, it's same shape, same fabric, same everything, okay? So I have the lining here. I have the first fabric that I'm going to put over the foam. Then I'm going to take the lining and place it right over. Okay, I want both the line to meet, facing each other like so. And this is going to be inside, just like a sandwich. Okay, like this, the opposite. So it's going to be facing each other. Okay, like that. And I'm going to sew it around and leave this part open. Okay, I'm going to only sew this part, leave this part open so I can flip it around. Okay. All right, so this is the outcome of the front and the back. So to close it up, I'm just going to use the zigzag to close it up. Let me show you. So I'm going to do that all around the edge, around the corners, just to close it up, because I don't want to leave it like this. Okay, so that's pretty much how you close up the pad. In the case if you do not have a white or the preferred color, you can wrap it up with your choice of color and then close it out. All right, so here's breast cup 1, breast cup 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and stitch it to the dress.